Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I haven't played any games since April, and you know what? I want to get back into it. I've heard some things on the wire. We've just had E3. Let's see if my favourite game as a teenager, the remake of Final Fantasy VII, has some good news for me. Fantastic graphics, great story. Are they sticking to the original story? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, we'll start off at Polygon. You know, I know Polygon can be a bit iffy, but let's see what they're saying, you know. Square Enix explains why it changed Tifa's breasts in Final Fantasy VII Remake. What is an ethics department? Oh, for God's sake. Well, okay, then I'll speak to one of my friends. You know, that they're bound to give me a decent, you know, breakdown. I'll check it out on YouTube. I'll see what my favourite YouTubers are saying. Do you know what? Because I trust their opinion more on a game like Final Fantasy VII. But, you know, I want to reinstall Fallout 4. I'm really clucking for that Fallout survival experience. Let's look up some challenges on the internet and see if we can't find something to really push me back into the game, you know? Polygon again, okay. The hardest thing you can expect to do in a Fallout game is unexpected. Okay, maybe Polygon's onto something. As easy as pie or not. Huh? Maybe you've killed a Deathclaw or two. Perhaps you finished a Fallout game in survival mode or made it alive in Dead Money. Or maybe you've managed to protect all of Preston Garvey's settlements. Yeah, okay, but have you eaten pie? I get that it's a thing that doesn't show up very often, if at all, but what was the point in that article, Polygon, for Pete's sake? In fact, okay, one more thing that we'll try and do here is that we'll have a look to see how E3 went. E3 2019 was a bad year for female representation in video games. Feminist Frequency, that's Anita Sarkeesian, Feminist Frequency's annual look, gender representation at E3 doesn't look good for women. Beat your gaming journalists. I'm definitely going to get in trouble for that one. Hello everybody, my name is Alex and welcome to the Irate Alex channel. And today, guys, we're going to realise that my intros are too goddamn long. And we're also going to be asking the question why Polygon and Kotaku even exist anymore. Over the last couple of years, gaming journalism has really gone downhill. And I have to ask the question whether anybody actually reads these articles, other than YouTubers like me looking to make content for videos. See, somewhere down the road, idpol invaded the gaming journalism industry. And for some reason, they feel the need to apply that particular lens to gaming. And I don't know why, because idpol sucks the fun out of everything. This game has not got enough women in it. This game has not got enough people of colour in it anymore.
Well, Feminist Frequency actually found at E3 that there wasn't enough female representation. That can't enjoy the games otherwise.
I need people in the game to look like me. Otherwise I can't enjoy it. Not only that, but the game journalists themselves are rubbish at playing games. We all remember the Cuphead fiasco from a couple of years ago, didn't we? I'm a gaming journalist and I can't play the game at all. I can't get past the tutorial levels. And let's be honest, gaming journalism is exactly the same level of journalism that we're seeing from the mainstream media these days. Opinion piece after opinion piece after opinion piece. Now, sure, there are some good gaming journalism websites still out there that aren't trying to apply a feminist lens to everything and spoiling the fun for the rest of us. But it has become rather political, hasn't it? And, you know, I just don't think that you should be doing that, to be honest with you. Gaming itself is already divisive on its own among the different fandoms, and it's the same with anime and it's the same with TV shows, because these websites do cover those as well. But do you need to add real world politics to them as well? You know? Do you need to fire pot shots at the fandom because they've dogpiled you on Twitter before? It's all exceedingly personal to these writers, isn't it? You know, I remember the days of being a young lad and going to the local corner shop to buy myself PC Gamer or PlayStation Magazine, looking for news on games and looking for reviews on those games. But if you open up Kotaku now, you're immediately met with some cancer the second you go on there. Like Tifa's breasticles are a thing that both Kotaku and Polygon are talking about right now, and they're trying to make out as if it's like a massive, massive thing. And yet they're the ones who are making a massive thing out of it, but... okay. Like, okay, I'm sure the fans of Final Fantasy would have been talking about Tifa's boobicles, but is it really worth writing an article on? I'm just saying. Like, it can't be very profitable to be running these websites. Like, if you go and look at either of them and see just the sheer amount of rubbish they have on there, it's just like, how many words are you getting paid for here? Like, what is it the editors are looking for from you journalists? For some reason, Polygon is taking Anita Sarkeesian seriously by publishing articles about her, which I suppose someone has to, I guess. That woman is not interested in games. Alright, you can go take a look at her consulting website and it's very easy to tell. All she's interested in is 1, making money, and 2, applying her ideological lens to a product that is enjoyed by mostly men. She just doesn't like it that yeah, you can have some sexy female characters in a game. And she actually teaches you on her consulting website how to make your game as inclusive as possible, and how to not be a racist, misogynistic, transphobe, and how you can have more representation in your storyline. When did Anita Sarkeesian become like an ideal writer for things? I imagine if she made her own game, all the characters in it that you could play as, or the NPCs, would all be black midget, like, women, basically, but with feminine peens, you know? But let's take a look at both of these websites to see what they're peddling out, shall we? Polygon with an amazing article here. The fascist subtext of Attack on Titan can't go overlooked. The story's twist exposes the ugly side of the manga and anime. Whoa, gee willikers, Polygon. That's exactly what I wanted to hear about when I popped over to your website, was how one of my favourite animes, one of the first animes I ever started watching, a show that is considered to be a gateway anime for many people, and now you're sat there saying that what I've been watching is actually fascist propaganda. Good lord. Tifa's boobies. I'm sure this was a needed article. Polygon hitting us up with the forbidden knowledge, ladies and gents. Why everyone wants to sell you a gaming subscription. Well, let me think about this. Let me just sit down in a minute. I'll use my crystal ball. Oh, to make money. Like, what else could it possibly be? You freaking morons. Oh my god. Oh god, that's horrifying. Oh, why Polygon? Why? No. Polygon trying to set the standard for what a gaming challenge should be. You know, surely it should be make your way through Fallout 4 without ever having to fire a rifle or something like that, you know? Not a challenge where you have to find a pie that's edible. Yeah, I'm sure that's a really good reason to restart the game. And yes, reporting on Anita Sarkeesian's findings of E3. Yes, I'm sure the male-dominated gaming fan base of the video game industry is really interested in this. Always about representation, always about inclusivity. Because don't forget, guys, we need people to look like us. We need a certain amount of females. We need to fulfill this checklist of minorities and women just so the game's actually good. Because that's what makes a good game in 2019, you see. Kotaku, who are also doing a little opinion piece on Tifa's bust. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted from my gaming news. Thanks for that. Another pointless article. What happens when your kid develops their own gaming taste? Well, gee, I don't know. They start playing games that they suddenly find that they like? Why is this a question? Why are you even bothering with this article? Were you that desperate for an article on your website? Must have been a slow news day, Kotaku. Jeez. You're getting as bad as BuzzFeed. And of course, here mentioning Fallout 76, the massive catastrophe of a game. At long last, the canvas Fallout 76 bags have arrived, and they're obviously speaking quite positively of them here. That said, I've heard many a YouTuber say they're complete garbage. So, again, Kotaku proving that they're not trustworthy. Here we go. Xbox Live is not a free speech platform. Xbox boss promises new features to make online gaming less hostile. And nobody's happier about it than Kotaku, I'm sure. You authoritarian ball bags.
We ate loads of snacks at Fortnite's E3 2019 booth.
Wow, I'm glad you had a nice time. Glad you had a nice time stuffing your face.
Lightsabers in video games are too weak.
Well, I wonder why that is. I wonder why they're not as they are in the movies. Could it be anything to do with balancing? Oh.
Some LEGO Star Wars fans want more grunting.
Guys, I hope you're getting the point here. Man, these gaming journalists, man, they're just all about that search engine optimization at this point, aren't they? They're all about that money and applying their ideological lens to everything. They've got to get them virtue points, you know? You know, gaming journalism is probably the most divisive part of the entire industry. That and Anita Sarkeesian, who for some reason is still here. And yes, guys, I am fully aware that she tried to offer up her services to CD Projekt Red. You know, surely in 2019, how are they getting views? How are they getting clicks? Who's reading their articles? Surely it's got to be single mums who just play Candy Crush on their phone or something. It's because of this ideological lens. It's because of the way that they look at games now. Not actually judging them for what they are. I mean, not that any of them could because they're rubbish at games, but if I want a good review, if I want a playthrough, if I want to see a speed run, if I want to see anything to do with the game and get honest opinions, I will go to YouTube and I will watch an independent content creator. I will watch a YouTuber. And there are plenty of absolutely fantastic gaming news content creators out there that won't apply their ideological lens to something, only unless they come across some of it in the game. You know, it's because of loud minorities, like these journalists, that you often see insertion of social justice into gaming. It's because of very gobby women like Anita Sarkeesian.
That must be what the fans want.
Well, no. Like, I'm not getting annoyed that, you know, in the new Cyberpunk game, I think it's the new Cyberpunk game, you can create your own trans and non-binary characters. I mean, crack on. At the end of the day, the more customization that you can do, the better, in my mind. I don't agree with the concept of non-binary, but, you know, that's whatever. It's whatever. It's the game dev's choice to do it. And it's just more customization. It's just a gaming feature. I don't think it's going to mess with the story or the gameplay in any way, you know? But back to the journalists, I just think they're very much out of touch guys. I think that none of them are actual gamers. You know, they come into the office, they're all playing Angry Birds on their phone. They call themselves gamers. You know, they're inside their office for an hour, then they're on a break somewhere going to go get their Mocha Choco latte stupid coffee out of Starbucks. And, you know, they're busy writing an article away. 500 words on the snacks that we had at E3. Why the toilet paper in the E3 building was super, super soft. Or why this particular game dev is super, super progressive and you should consider buying their game. You'd think they would have learned by now, just from the sheer backlash that they get over and over and over again. Do they not look at Anita Sarkeesian and see the things that she says? You know, not even thinking to challenge what she's saying. But then again, if they did, they'd probably be called sexist and, you know, homophobes and all that kind of stuff. But they not see what the actual audience, you know, the market is saying back to her and think, you know, maybe we should listen to them. But no, of course not. Loud minorities, man. And I'm not talking about brown people when I say minorities. I'm just saying everything that gets ruined in society is because of an extremely loud, small group of people. And I suppose gaming journalism was exactly the same. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, especially if you got this far into the video. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I've been Alex of Irate Alex, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.